Daniel Foster hurried through the crowded city streets. The rain was coming down harder now. It was a typical Thursday afternoon filled with the usual rush. Daniel had just finished running errands. He was eager to get home and relax. As he stepped onto the crowded bus, he let out a sigh of relief. He found a seat near the window. Daniel looked out at the glistening streets, lost in thought. He didn't notice the man with the worn leather jacket who sat down beside him. He didn't see the woman with the bright pink umbrella who boarded at the next stop. Daniel was lost in his own world, a world that was about to be turned upside down. The bus rumbled to a stop outside Daniel's apartment building. Daniel stood up and made his way to the exit, jostled by the other passengers. He reached into his back pocket for his wallet. His heart skipped a beat. It was gone. Panic surged through him. He frantically searched his other pockets, his backpack, the floor of the bus, but the wallet was nowhere to be found. The bus doors hissed shut and the bus pulled away. Daniel stood on the sidewalk, feeling lost and alone. The rain seemed to mock his misfortune. His mind raced, replaying the events of the past hour. Had he taken his wallet out at the store? Had it slipped out on the bus? And Daniel spent the rest of the day in a blur of phone calls and errands. He called the bus company, but they couldn't find his wallet on any of their buses. He retraced his steps, visiting each store he had been to. He checked lost and found desks, hoping against hope that someone had turned in his wallet. But each dead end only deepened his despair. The wallet contained his driver's license, credit cards, and a small amount of cash. But more importantly, it held a photograph of his late grandfather, a cherished memento. The thought of losing that photo filled him with a sense of irreplaceable loss. As evening fell, Daniel trudged home, defeated and emotionally drained. He tried to convince himself that it was just a wallet, that he could replace the contents, but the loss cut deeper than that. He felt a sense of vulnerability, a loss of control. He went to bed that night with a heavy heart, the rhythmic drumming of the rain a constant reminder of his misfortune. The next morning, Daniel found a small package on his doorstep. It was wrapped in plain brown paper, with no return address. Curious, he picked it up and took it inside. His heart pounded in his chest as he unwrapped the package. Inside, he found his wallet. His eyes welled up as he opened it. Everything was there. His driver's license, his credit cards, his grandfather's photo, and tucked inside was a small handwritten note. "I found this on the bus," the note read. "Hope it finds its way back to you. Pay it forward." The note was unsigned. Daniel sat there for a long moment, overwhelmed with emotion. A stranger, a good Samaritan, had gone out of their way to return his lost wallet. In that instant, the world seemed a little brighter, a little kinder. The rain had stopped. An ray of sunshine peeked through the clouds as if in celebration.